Hey guys, welcome back to the Patterson family. This is your girl Toya P, and there is little Junior Junior. Guys, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button down below. Yeah, he was up pretty much all morning. And as you guys can see, I have been up right along with him. So right now it's like a little nap slash chill time for me. I'm able to wind down a little bit because y'all know when y'all have kids, when they're up and they're energized, they want to play, they want to do what babies do. And as mothers, we're only able to do so much when we're like drained. So it's kind of like an unwind for me. But I wouldn't change the precious moments at all because babies grow up so fast. They really do. And in the midst of them growing up so fast, you want to be able to enjoy the moments, from their first walk to their first talk to their crawls to the way they eat, when they throw stuff on the floor, you know, when they notice their colors, their shapes, all those good things, all those good things. And you want to be able to like cherish those moments because once they're gone because they grow up so fast. And you want to be able to at least enjoy that time. And for me, I am able to enjoy that time. Like, I'm able to catch his first walk, his first talk. I'm able to know what he likes and what he don't like as far as foods and as far as what he likes to drink and what he doesn't like to drink. So, which is kind of hard for some parents, because, they work a job, and in the midst of them working a job, their kids are always at school or at daycare. And the older they get, the more they progress, things change. Like, you don't know what their favorite color is because they probably changed it. You don't know what type of foods they like because their taste buds is different, So I try to enjoy each moment and try to grasp it as much as I can because I know once they're gone, they're gone. So I have to make sure that I remember exactly what he likes to eat, what he likes to drink, and stuff like that. So I never want to miss out on those moments. You know, especially with another one coming and stuff like that, So instead of me being a one-time mommy, I ended up being a two-time mommy, which is fine for me, you know. Um, the only thing is just I just want my kids to grow up to be healthy and grow up to be kids, have the things that I didn't have and enjoy the things that I wasn't able to enjoy. It was a lot of toys and a lot of stuff that I didn't have. So I try to make sure that I get it for them so they can enjoy it and have fun with it because childhood never really lasts. People always say, oh, try to stay young as much as you can. And for me, I wasn't able to do that. I wasn't able to stay young. I wasn't able to play like a kid. So I want my kids to know that they can be kids for as long as they want because they have such good parents that will make sure that they have everything that they need and everything that they desire in this world for them to have. And I know a lot of parents out there, they try their hardest to make sure that their kids have everything they need and everything they want, which is pretty hard because a lot of families are split up, meaning kids are only living with their mommy or kids are only living with their daddy, you know. So for them, they struggle, you know, getting the things that they want and getting the things that they need, you know, from both parents. So I want my kids to know, you know, that they are very lucky to have a mom and a dad who are willing to be there for them. When they wake up, they can see mommy and see daddy, you know, every day with no worries, you know, which is fine for me because I didn't have that growing up. I either had one without the other. And for me, I didn't want that for my kids. So I made sure that I didn't have kids until I met that right person. And I know some people, they think, oh, I met this person, I think it's okay. And then when they fall for it, it's not all cracked up to what they expect it to be. And for me, growing up, you know, with one and not the other, or I had the other and not the other, you know, for me, I didn't want that for my kids. Because for me growing up, it was always a hole missing. And no one could really fulfill that hole, that piece in my heart that was really missing. No one could really fulfill that for me. So when my kids were born, I want to say my son, because my other child isn't born yet. But I want to say for my son, he fulfilled that hole for me. You know, he gave me that piece that I was missing. And for me, I was grateful because I felt like I did something right. I brought him in this world knowing that he had two parents, loving parents, and knowing that they will do whatever they can for him, you know, and he doesn't have any worries. He can have whatever he wants. He can eat whatever he wants. He can try whatever he wants to try with no worries, with the help of us. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the type to tell my kid, oh, you can't eat that. You know, if you want to try it, because I love food. I love to eat, you know, and me growing up as kids in my time, people would always say, oh, you can't eat that, you know, that's for grown folks. And I was always thinking, like, I don't believe in grown folks' food, you know. If a child wants to eat something, the child should be able to eat it, you know. And so when I said that I was going to have kids, I was going to do things different. You know, if whatever I'm eating, he's eating. And if he can't enjoy it, then I feel like I won't be able to enjoy it because I want him to be able to enjoy the things that I like to eat, and I want us to enjoy it together. So when it comes to food, like for example, when it comes to seafood, you know, I'm a seafood person. Like I love shrimp, I love crab legs, I love lobster tails. And I want him to experience, you know, that same enjoyment. So when I'm eating it, I let him taste it. I let him try it. I let him see if he likes it. If he likes it, cool, we're eating it. You know, my son loves food. That's one thing I made sure that the food is good and it's tasty to where we both can enjoy it. You know, and me growing up, I didn't have that. So for me, I treat him as if he's my best friend because he is. You know, he came out of me. I felt him through my whole pregnancy. You know, he lets me know that he was there and he will be here. So when he was here, I made sure that he had the things that I didn't have. He had tried things that I didn't try. And you know, a lot of some parents may not agree with me. Some parents feel like, well, whatever they eat is they eat, you know, I get that. But for me, I wanted my child to be able to enjoy the things that I didn't have. So, you know, I make sure that I do the best that I can for him because Our kids grow up so fast. They really do. And I don't want my kids growing up to be like, wow, mommy was really strict. She didn't really let us do certain things. She didn't let us eat certain things. You know, I'm strict to a certain extent, but I'm not going to strict them from the things that's in the house, if that makes sense. You want to go in the refrigerator? Go in the refrigerator. Whatever it's in the refrigerator, it's yours to have. If you want juice, soda, water, it's in there. You know, food, it's in there. Like, I'm not going to tell you, hey, don't go in there. You know, that's not a rule for me. I don't use that as a rule. You know, I want my kids to eat, and I want them to know that they can eat however much they want to eat. You know, and when they're full, they're full. So for me, I'm cool with that. You know, and I'm grateful that I actually have a little person that can enjoy the things that I didn't enjoy growing up. He can have all the toys he wants. He can, you know, enjoy life. You know, I I invest into everything into him. You know, it's not when you have kids, it's not about you anymore. You know, it's about your child. It's about their future and what they would grasp as they get older. You know, and I want my kids to grasp for greatness. I want them to be great at anything and everything that they do. So, meaning if they want to be into business, I'm going to make sure they have that before they start school. I'm going to make sure that they have a business. Because a lot of kids didn't, I know for a fact I didn't have a business before I started school. You know, I had to basically go to school, and all school did was really prompt me up to work a job. And a job that I didn't really like at all. You know, some people look at a career as, oh, I'm going to get up every morning and I'm going to do this career for this person. You know, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to be happy about it. For me, the job that I had wasn't the job that I wanted. You know, that wasn't what I wanted. That was just something that I had to do to put food in my belly, to put clothes on my back, you know, to defend for myself because I didn't have anyone. I didn't have parents that I can call on to say, hey, can I get this? You know, I had to pretty much do everything on my own because I wanted so much more out of what I was getting. And a lot of people really didn't understand what I really wanted. They felt like, oh, well, you got this, you got that, you know, you should be settled, you should be happy. And it's like, that's not what I want. I want more than that because I'm not thinking about just my future. I was always planning ahead. Just in case I had kids, I wanted my kids to be able to know that they have everything they need, everything they want. Plus, they have a backbone. So if they was to fall, they still have cushion to pump them up, meaning they still have a fallback, meaning a business, investments. You know, I'm making sure that they have a stone that no one can break. So if they do decide to want to do something and that doesn't work, they still have their business. They still have their funds. They're not losing out on anything, you know. And I didn't have that growing up. You know, no one really invested their time into me far as a business to where it was literally mine and I can say what I want to say and I can do how I want to do it and I can actually count my paper. I can actually count to see how much money I've grown and what I have lost. No one really taught me that. So, far as me growing up, I had to pretty much figure it out through other people with their businesses and how they ran it by working for them to teach me exactly what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. Because when I first started, I was volunteering with kids. It was something for me. I know I couldn't talk to adults. Like, adults really didn't understand where I was coming from. They didn't really agree with what I was saying. But when I talked to a kid, they understood everything and they grasped it because their brain is like a sponge. So they're able to soak up more information and learn from it more than a person that is grown. You know, they say you can learn new things every day, but some people just don't care to want to learn new things. Some people are what you call stuck in their ways. And it's kind of hard to try to teach someone that's already grown, that's already stuck in their ways to where they feel no one can teach them anything. But with kids, they're always eager to want to learn. They're always eager to want to know something new. They're curious about learning. They're curious about everything. So for me, I felt like this is something that I wanted to do. I wanted to teach kids. I wanted to be there for kids. And when I ended up having my own kid, it's better for me because